Hey, hello. So I'm back again with another video after the disastrous video that was like the Beetlejuice review. Or no, I don't know. Maybe it was good. I don't know. I think it was like so. So I want to do something better now. Halloween is right by the corner, so. I want to talk about a comic book. This comic book, Velvet Rope. So this is for from Arcana Comics. Is a horror comic book. Is an anthology book. Um, so much in the style of Tales of the Crypt. I love this stuff. So and I didn't grow up with this. So it's but it was something like always caught my attention. I saw it like in movies. Um, and I always have an interest like in horror comic books, but here it was impossible to find. So now I bought this and I'm reading. I'm a super slow reader, so I haven't go much further. But this is not about Tales from the Crypt. It's about Velvet Rope. See, like I said, it's from Arcana Comics, and it has like the whole idea. You have this character Velvet is like an usher in a movie theater, and like every story is like a feature in the theater, and so that's a great idea. So I don't remember if I said it, so I'm gonna say it again. If I already said this, this was a gift from my friend Nut Wallen, so I'm gonna put like the caption there, and he's like feature in the comic is like the guy that is subject to watch all these horror movies or horror stories. I mean, this was a present like in August, and I just read it. Like I said, I'm a slow reader, um, and also I bought more way comics that I'm being able to read. So it's always pile on. But I read this because I'm not gonna do a review without reading it. So it's pretty good. The story flows very well. I'm not gonna tell the story. Please try to find this book and give it a read because the stories are very good. They're all like in different styles. Like I said, worth a read. It's a pretty good book. The idea is great, and like there are some stories like they really caught my attention. Like the story about the girl who works in a morgue, and I'm not gonna tell that because it's gonna ruin the whole story if I tell more. But that story was great, and I imagine that story like it can be maybe a movie. It definitely could be a movie, but at least it could be like a short film, just like exactly like how it is here, and I think it would be great. And like a short story, like 10 minutes or maybe 20 minutes, like an episode of Tales of the Crypt or the Twilight Zone. It would be perfect. So so most of the story are by Mark Bolton, who also uh, do Connie Waves. Also have this, and haven't read that yet, but I'm gonna read it soon, and probably I'm gonna do a review of it. So, like I said, is is pretty interesting, and also I'm I'm using it like to learn, because the thing I like about these short stories in general is like how you can tell like a story in just a few pages. And there is a couple of stories that have 4 pages, 4 pages, and they complete they tell a complete story. That's great. That's awesome. And and like, because when I do a story, like I put like every tiny single detail, and then when I'm editing, like I said, uh, we don't need this, we don't need that, we don't need this, we don't need that. Watching and reading and watching the panels, watching like the dialogue, uh, 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 focusing in what is in the page, what is it isn't in the page, to like how you can tell like a complete story in a few pages, and the story like it works, like it is satisfying, like it doesn't have like plot holes. And with these short stories, with this kind of short stories, like you go right to the point, and 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 you get creep out, and that's the idea. It's a horror book, so of course you have to say like ugh, or wow, or something like that. It's not like if you're indifferent, it isn't working. So uh, and I'll say this book definitely worked. Um, um, so like I said, I recommend it, and I'm super grateful, like my friend Nut give me this, because he talked about it like a couple of times in the past, and I said, cool, that sounds like really cool. I hope I can read it sometime. So, and I'm not from the US, like everybody watching this knows. And so I said, it will be cool to read it, but I don't know if I ever could, because I don't know where to find this. Um, so he gave me a copy. Say, I have a present for you. He gave me this, and I read it, and I like it. I love it. I think the stories are great. I have a great time. Like I was really hooked. And if I was really hooked, I'm gonna recommend it, because I think it was pretty good. It's pretty good. It caught my attention. It caught my interest. So I'm gonna no, I'm gonna take a picture of that, and I'm gonna put it right there. I'm showing it now. Like watching watch this amazing cover. You had Velvet in front and center, like giving you a ticket to this like curse movie theater, and you see like whole characters there. They're all featured in the different stories that they're featured here. The cover doesn't do like much of a spoiler. You see this and you say, okay, I see like a monster, like a lady flying in the background, a guy with a knife in his head. That's crazy. That's crazy. And you said, probably say, what will I expect from this? Like great horror stories. That will you get from this? Um, so that's it. 100% recommended. Watching, if you like horror stories, like read this, because you're not gonna regret it. So that's it for me now. Take care. Bye.